It's 2 weeks in a row, Wednesday at 5:30. I don't know what else people would want from us at this point.
Good.
Like we are on top of it. Welcome in everybody. Episode 92 in the March to 1,000. We're gonna call it now. We're 100 will be great, but we're just going to 1,000 because why not? I'm Casey with Cascadia Dispatch. Joining me as usual is Tup the Urban Prepper from his nondescript conference room studio.
Yes.
It's not even the orange cone of silence or anything like that, cone of prepping. It's just nondescript conference room today. Tup, how you doing? Early morning. So again, we're gonna keep this relatively short-ish. We're gonna try to, get through some points, but we'll keep it to about a half hour and let Tup go home and take a nap.
Things to talk about though, for sure. I had to come into the office today. So I'm in a room. It happens to have some Kleenex in here, and then I also have some hand sanitizers and a recycle bin. That's all that's in here.
That's all that's in there. It's Kleenex and lotion.
Yes.
Okay, that's fantastic. Yeah, enjoy your room to yourself.
Yeah, things are going good, and continuing with my my home preps revamp projects that are going on, so and fighting some internal battles for organization. But yeah, all in all going pretty good.
Yeah, Pigs Fly is very excited. Yes, wow, both of them. Yeah, actually, both of us are here. And I started an email. I don't know if Sutton's Days is watching, if Becky's watching. I have an email that I meant to send out, and then I had to go run because summer seems to be in just scheduling. Who knows what's going to happen? But we're gonna try and find some nights this summer where we can have the four of us on, or at least have Sutton's Days on and know that we've got everybody. So that because I know that Sutton's Days has been really busy. She's been working on a lot of projects. Brecky has been all over the place with kids and stuff. So we're gonna check in with them and see if we can do some more kind of scheduled roundtables with the four of us. But in the meantime, we're both here, which is
it's boys night out.
Yeah, exactly. The original, the OG Prep Talk Live.
Oh, geez, yeah.
That's how we roll. Yeah, I was watching it. I want to get into summertime prepping because
there she is.
Oh my goodness! Who said my name? We've conjured her.
Let me put my top button on.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
All right. I'm ready.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so we're gonna figure that out. But I was watching something. It was a TikTok video, and it was a person saying, I want to say that 90% of podcasts don't go past. I think it was episode 3 or something like that, or episode 6, and then 90% of the remaining ones don't go past episode, it's either 10 or 20. And so it was like, I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah. We're in the 1%.
We're the 1%
of podcasts that have actually made it into past episode 20 or whatever it was. I should probably have known that, had that written down, but I just thought of it. So
that's a good stats. Yeah, even like when I was doing the Think Preparedness one, we did probably 4 or 5 of them, and then the legal teams got all involved and messed everything up. But
everyone got sad. That's what's everyone just got so sad.
I'm still happy.
I know that's why this works, because we're not a bunch of downers.
Yeah,
we're just happy and prepping as best we can. Daniel said we're
canning the culture. The canning culture.
That's
canceling the canning culture. Wow.
Yeah, that is not us. That is not what we do. I mean, we'll cancel many things. Canning culture, yes. Not a thing that we are canceling.
Yeah.
Although the canner in my garage would speak differently, and if you ask Sutton's Days, she would probably think that this is never going to happen. But it will happen. That canning will be a thing.
We're just update on our canners. It's still a problem within our home. For the storage, I even tried some stuff since the last time that we talked, and unless you rock it like Sutton's Days and just always have it on the stove, it's like there's no good solution for how to do it nicely to satisfy my OCD.
Yeah, Sutton Stays believes that I am never going to open the canner, and based on how difficult it is for you to store it, Tup, I'm almost thinking that's maybe a better plan.
Storing it, it's just like
Leave it in the box.
not a nice storage. It's not to the point that I like it. I'm not happy with it.
Yeah. So yeah, I feel like there's a lot of summer prepping projects happening,
Yeah.
and so maybe it's just a good like catching up on all of the summer preps.
Yeah.
So you got the canning situation. Your canners, you're trying
Well,
to find the storage.
again, I'm pretty much out of that, the vegetable garden and the canning, because my wife has taken over the operation, and I'm picking my battles. So that's her neck of the woods. Uh, but my projects are more, vehicle preps. We're going on a summer vacation for road trips, so I need to get all those preps ready to go. Continuing with more organization. Like in past videos, I've shown like the garage with the different storage bins. And I after having a talk with you and I think Sutton's as well, where I'm rethinking some of the bin storage, like leveraging that one TikTok video I think it was, where it had the movable storage shelf type thing. So I'm looking into some of these kind of things. Oh my gosh,
Excellent.
we got one of the Twitch streamers here too tonight.
There's a we have oh my goodness.
Yep, Jet
We
Match 75.
wish I had a freeze dryer. Don't we all?
Yes,
Don't we all?
you got to be balling to have a
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And also, hello to Twitch. That's
yes.
fantastic.
Yeah, I linked up Twitch today. I should link up the Instagram. But
I think I'm Twitch, but nobody goes to
you
my
need
Twitch.
to, what about Sutton Stays Rack? Oh no, the make a rack. I read that wrong.
I don't think you did. I don't think you. I think you would like to say that you did. I don't think that you did.
I don't want to make it. I want to buy something that's pre-made, because I think we already explored that option. So
Yeah, I think the Costco. I think you should check out that Costco
yep.
one.
Yeah.
I think that, and then do a
Again,
video of you
we're
assembling.
consistent. Episode 92. Every episode has mentioned once that Costco.
Yeah, exactly.
Sponsorship.
I mean, come on. When is Costco gonna? It's gonna be the surprise sponsorship in episode 100.
Yeah.
Is the Costco sponsorship?
Yeah, that'd be big time though.
Yeah. So I actually have run across two different things that I'm now trying to work on and kind of put into place. One is I was working on this whole digital backup plan. Are we laughing? Hold on. Are we laughing at Sutton's Days for blushing? Are we at oh, okay. Daniel has, you know what? We're not even going to put that. Here's the deal. Winning comment that we're not going to post because we're going to get canceled for so many other things.
Yeah.
We don't need to be canceled for that too.
You can make payments on a freeze dryer. Yeah, I don't.
Well, yeah, you can pay payments on anything now with Afterpay and all kinds of things. But so one of the things is in this whole massive reorganization of data storage and backups and everything else, I've been trying to figure out what's the best method to do it. I've got like the hardware set up and I've got kind of all that. And one of the things that I came across was this idea of a 3-2-1 backup methodology. Have you heard of this?
No.
Okay. So and now that I'm saying it, now I want to look it up so I've got it right. It's 3-2-1 backup.
3-2-1 backup.
Yes. So it's keep at least 3 copies of your data, including the original or at least 2 backups. Store 2 copies on site, but on different media types. So like one maybe on a thumb drive and one on an external hard drive, or right now I've got one on external hard drive and one on our new network storage NAS, and then store 1 copy offsite. So you have on-site, off-site, 2 different media, and 3 different copies.
This is all data storage related.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
And it was interesting because it was in some of the articles I was reading when it was coming up, it was also talking about the prepping idea of 2 is 1 and 1 is none, sort of an idea. And so there is this kind of redundancy built into that, and then also with this. So I've been kind of thinking about how to mix the 2 is 1, 1 is none, and this 3-2-1 backup methodology into kind of one.
3 is like the magical prepping number. It comes up
Yeah.
often. I never heard of the 3-2-1, but I made a video years back on the power of three type thing.
Hmm.
But yeah, yeah, but for redundancy, like you don't want infinite redundancy. You don't need 10
Yeah.
flashlights of the same flashlight. But I like doing. I think I called it complementary redundancy, where like but using it in multiples of three. So if I have three of something, I try to cap it out there. I don't need 10 backpacks, although I've broken that rule. But
You don't need 10 backpacks, but we
there's
choose
yeah,
to
but
have 10
there's
backpacks.
something with it. There's a magical number. The three is the
Yeah.
magical number for preppers, I think.
Yeah.
I should
I
probably
think,
only have three canners, maybe, but
I mean, I think Sutton's Days would
she would
argue that
disagree.
point.
Yeah.
You can, yeah, it's like Jello. You can't have too many. There's always room for more canning.
Yeah, the backup. I need to be better on my backups because I think I just do it annually, and I sounds like I probably need to do it a little bit more frequently. We have a
Yeah.
Twitch comment here, nice from Ella.
Yes. Are you using TrueNAS? No, I am using Synology. I got the Synology DS923 Plus, which is a 4-bay, so it's got 4 different hard drives in it, and then those are set up to be redundant. So if one of the hard drives
Mhm.
fails, it can be. So I'm using RAID on that, and then I have a cloud storage that actually makes a copy of everything that's on there and then stores it all offline. And every one of our computers is also hooked up to an external little hard drive. So we're making copies onto the external hard drives every day, and
You're pretty
then,
fancy.
well, it's
This is
bougie. It's what
fancy.
I
It's a
do.
little bougie.
It's,
This is
we take it and we make it look good. That's what I do. Um, but I've been finding, like, I have some stuff, like I have my video files for Cascadia Dispatch on one hard drive because it's a whole lot of data. And then trying to bye Sutton's Days.
right.
Bye bye
Little
Queen.
cameo appearances.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she does. She
Keep an
says
eye on
has
your
10,
email because
10
send me your
canners. She
email.
said so.
Yeah, 10 canners is,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's more than three. 10 is
it's like 3 threes and then a third or something
yeah.
like that. But yeah, so I've got just a bunch of, like, we also have, like, all of our like CDs. When my wife was pregnant with, I think it was our first, and we were just sitting around watching TV, I was actually taking those and, like, digitizing them so that we had, like, a music library. We didn't need to have the actual discs around. We could just have the files. So we've got a bunch of those that, like, okay, I keep storing because we can make playlists and things with them. I don't want to have to bring all that out. So
Mhm.
you end up with this just kind of hard drives full of stuff that you don't want to get rid of, but also, that doesn't need to get backed up every day. It's not going to change, but it needs to be in a safe spot in a couple of different places.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's one of my projects. And then the other one is, what was the other one I was working on? There was the 3-is-1, the network storage. I don't remember what the other one was. It'll come to me.
Yeah, yeah, three like for like in bug out bags and like in those emergency.
Oh, I
I always
remember
have
what it
three
was.
socks. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry.
it was perfect as the enemy of the good, and done is better than perfect. And it was in a marketing
Are these
context as what I saw.
new tattoos that you got? Or is that
Yeah, exactly. Yes, yes.
a neck tattoo like that preppers?
I think so. And the idea is basically, like, for me, like, so I've been working on this, like, prepping planner for probably 3 years now.
Yeah.
Like, I have all of it and I keep changing it every year because there's a calendar piece to it. And so I keep needing to update the calendar. And then I feel like if I don't put it out right at the beginning of the year, then it's not worth it to people because it's partway through the year and it just ends up. And so one of the things is, like, okay, I just need to just get it out there, because for 3 years people could have been using 90% of it and the calendar part wasn't a thing. And I saw Sutton's Days has her pantry, like, whole pantry thing, which is amazing. Her pantry planner. Mine has a little bit of pantry stuff in it, but not nearly what Sutton's Days has. It's very pantry all over the place. Mine is just kind of different areas of things.
Yeah.
But so those are the things where, like, I start to make a thing and then I don't put it out there because I don't feel like it's perfect. And then it just sits and sits and sits. And same thing with preps. Like, there's certain prepping projects where you're like, okay, I don't want to start using this because it's not perfect. I don't have everything in like my kind of executive get home bag project that I was working on. Like I don't have
Yeah.
everything in there, but I've actually started making the modules and that sort of stuff. I need to start putting it together and using it as opposed to just waiting until it's perfect because it will never be.
Yeah. There's a I forget what the album. I remember the album title was called "Can't Wait for Perfect," and I always like that one. But
Yeah, I feel like we like sometimes like we don't actually put the things in place because they're not up to our standard
yeah,
necessarily, but it's better to have something and then modify it and update it than it is to just have nothing because you're waiting for it to be 100%.
yeah.
Wise prepper
These
time
are wise prepper. Yeah, prepper
with
talks.
with Prep Talk Live.
Yeah, yeah.
Um
This is like Confucius, like for preppers. Sorry.
That's fair. I think you're right on.
Maybe we could spin that off into a T-shirt too.
Yeah. Question. Do you guys wear a toolkit fanny pack while at home? Very convenient.
Toolkit fan. What a great idea! Like for instead of having a
Okay, hold on.
toolbox, having a tool fanny pack.
Yeah, so that's the question. Is it a fanny pack with tools in it, or is it like a tool belt?
Yeah.
Like
Well, it
which?
sounds like
What do you? Can you, Jonathan? Can you clarify? That's a fantastic question.
I'm imagining that it's a fanny pack that has a bunch of tools in it, and that you use that instead of the tool bag.
Or is it that like okay, it's kind of like an EDC but with a in a fanny pack sort of?
Yeah, well, let's see.
I mean, it's a great. I think all of
love it.
these ideas are fantastic.
Yeah,
I'm curious what Jonathan.
I don't have a toolkit fanny pack. I have a fanny pack, and I have a tool belt, and I have a tool bag, but not a tool kit fanny pack.
And sometimes TUP is just a tool.
Yes,
I mean, that is also just a thing. Ask Mrs. TUP.
Tools on a fan.
when he's trying to store the canners and get in the garden now, it's a whole different thing. Okay, let's see.
Always ready for home. That's a great idea.
Pry, drive, and pry in a fanny pack. Oh, so pliers, screwdriver, and like a little crowbar. That is always ready for home tasks. That
I think it's a great idea.
Very intriguing.
Like, what would you? Because that's a small kit, and you don't want it to be too heavy.
Yeah.
So, what would you put into your fanny pack tool bag?
Wow. I think you would need a lot of adjustable things. You would need like
some things,
gotta have like adjustable pliers.
Yeah.
You would probably want like one of the screwdrivers that stores the bits inside of itself.
Yeah, multifunction screwdriver.
And then a very tiny pry bar.
I don't use a pry bar as much as what I would think some kind of measuring tape type, or maybe even the laser one, because I find like when I'm trying to think the things that we do most in the home.
Yeah. I want to try those. They make them now. They're like laser rulers. And so they're levels and they're lasers, but then you also like you set it and you move it, you roll it, and it calculates the distance based on the distance you roll it, as opposed to, or it'll like shoot a laser and give you the distance.
Yeah,
to the end.
I have one of those in my tool bag for sure, and they're awesome. I'm thinking that I'd probably want one of those, or just a very small tape roll, like a 6-footer or 10-footer. I think a small, like one of the stumpy hammers is.
Yeah.
Pig's Fly said that.
Wait a minute. Stumpy hammer. Hold on. We had this conversation last week where I was talking about the little hammer multi-tool I had. You were like,
talking about the multi-tool
idea.
No.
Why would you do that? That's just you. This is why I am top with my millions of subscribers, and you and your dozens of likes just don't match. Like this is what's happening here.
No. I think yours was like a multi-function axe hammer. Like
yeah, it was all
multi-tool. I was thinking like it's all it is a hammer, but it's like just a small one.
Yeah, but the whole point your issue was that it would be recoil. It would hurt your hand. It would be like it's too small.
Well, because the small dedicated hammers has handle grip on it, but I don't know if I don't think the maybe it does.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I'm just giving you a hard time because I get to sometimes,
Okay.
occasionally.
Yeah, I don't use a pry tool enough, but I think one of those the small little I don't know, is it called the stumpy hammer? That's what I call it. But uh
So
yeah, I
here's
like
another question
and
though.
I also think like some nails and screws and like the things that you find most common would probably be good in one of the pockets of that fanny pack.
So I guess another question though is, okay, so it's not heavy. I have a bit set, a mini driver, precision driver, mini measuring tape, flat head for prying, black Sharpie, Nipex pliers.
That's a
That's
great
a
kit.
fantastic
That's a
kit.
great kit, Jonathan. Where's the video?
That is, yeah. Jonathan's going to guest star in next week's episode and show off his
You
kit.
could even put, because it's a fanny pack and it has that the belt whatever
Strap.
the strap. You could put one of those have you seen those little magnet things that hook up to belts where you could attach things as you're working?
Yes.
I think it would be
Yeah.
good on it'd be awesome on the fanny pack.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have one and I tried using it for an Altoids kit, like where I'd have the Altoid or other EDC tools like my multi-tool on this magnetic thing. And then I kept finding that every time I walked to the car, my belt would stick to the car. So I stopped using it. But I
Yeah.
think for this it'd be great.
Yeah. You could be Batman.
Yeah.
Is basically.
That's always the goal, I think, for preppers is to be
It really is.
Batman utility belt is that's the end result that we're trying to get to.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm wondering too if there's like a little pouch for like putting like whenever like I'm like changing a light switch or something like that. And so you've got like the screws that you pull out that you want to make sure like they're close by so you can put them back in, but you know, like
You could
something.
they have those magnetic dishes that I use that are really
Mhm.
handy all the time. I wonder if they have a smaller version of that, like a
Well, and then you could attach it to the little strap.
yeah, attach it to the thing.
God, we are really
What,
good.
Jonathan? What a great idea!
Yeah.
There's going to be some new video that comes out. Hey, today I'd like to show you. Here's a PDF of it. Some idea I came up with.
ChatGPT is going to put
ChatGPT.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I have to say, I've been playing around with ChatGPT a little bit. It is remarkably helpful in certain senses.
I pay the monthly fee on it. I use it a lot. Did you see that TikTok video where they have two ChatGPTs talking to each other? Like,
No, but that's, I mean, that wouldn't surprise
and
me.
it just starts going into quantum computing and all these like intricate details, like where that's the stuff it's interested in.
Yeah.
It's pretty scary, but Jonathan, great idea.
Yeah.
And I think it's getting, the comment section is going through wrist magnetic strap. Oh, that's a good idea too, Daniel. Wow. For screws and nails.
There is so much.
Someone said the coin purse. I really like I find myself using the dishes, and sometimes when I'm working on stuff, it's you can also play basketball a little bit with it. Where I try chucking the whatever I'm working on into it, and it sticks on it. But
I'm wondering if there's a way, based on what was in that kit, because I'm thinking like fanny pack is a great thing, but I don't know that I don't know. I don't have that many home improvements like on a daily basis. But like, could you have like the fanny pack with like your EDC stuff in it? Like, I keep trying to come up with like sling bags and crossbody things and whatever for just like going out and that sort of thing, and having like, okay, EDC, wallet, phone, keys, multi-tool, some of that sort of stuff. But having like the tools in a pouch that you could attach to the fanny pack. So when you are in, oh, hey, we're going to do project mode for the house. Okay. Then you've got it. Like I'm trying to think of like the Maxpedition patch. I'm looking to see if I have one around, because usually I have a bunch of Maxpedition patches around, but like with all the molly webbing, like could the strap of the fanny pack go through, and you could actually then have modular pouches and almost do it based on what you're doing.
Yeah, is there like a fanny pack, like kind of a rig that has like a Velcro system where you could have your EDC part that attaches, and then you could expand it and put your toolkit on or your electronics kit? Or
yeah, that's called it. That's the Batman.
That's Batman. That's Batman, right?
Yeah, that's what that is.
Again, that's where we're trying to get.
We're trying to get to Batman.
I have a cigar box that I use for my EDC dump kit, so it looks nice when it's My wife hates it when I put it because sometimes when I get home from work, I just take everything off and put it like keys and stuff, and get into shorts and stuff. So she doesn't like it when it's just on some random table or on the fireplace. But the cigar box is a nice solution for it. I'm like, now I'm thinking, what else could you do on that?
Yeah, Daniel recommended the VanQuest Tempo. So I'm just looking to see.
Okay, let's check this out.
If it actually, it says no results. It does not exist. Oh, Teco.
Teco.
Okay, that would. Oh, it's the Fanny Pack.
Oh,
I think it's the same.
KKO.
Yeah,
that's the most expensive fanny pack I've ever seen. Jeez.
Hold on, let me see if I can share my screen, and then we can all see. Ta-da! Okay,
Wow, this is getting fancy.
This is getting fancy. Okay, so
that's so expensive.
This is remarkably expensive. I don't think
that's like
for anyone who's
price.
in the sling bag, like the fanny pack, the Lululemon one. I don't think that one's this expensive.
No, I think fanny pack has to be less than $50 in my opinion. But
okay, so there's a 4 and a 6, so I'm guessing that has either to do with the number of compartments or the width. Crossbody urban series, perfect for everyday EDC, just a weatherproof, compatible with hook and loop. So is this looks like this is like the soft side of Velcro. And then it looks like these maybe are like some sort of quick release, maybe. Those are just the different views. So you've got a thing there, and then you've got some pockets.
I don't know if I could. I can't get with that one.
Yeah, I also don't love the positioning of the strap on it. It seems really high. Yeah, I don't. Also, I will say I am having in general like a difficult time finding a crossbody that I like that I feel like fits well on my body.
Yeah.
Like I would love to be a person who could just wear like the sling bag fanny pack thing or whatever, but because of some of my spinal issues, like my spine is curved in a weird way, and then I have put on some weight, and so it just kind of nothing ever seems to necessarily sit proportionally right where I would like it to.
I mean that photo that's not Gray Man. That's
no, it's not Gray Man, and it's not. I don't know. It looks awkward to me with the straps at the top. Like
I like the VanQuest Dendrite. Is that what it is? But these I don't know.
Let's see. Messenger sling bags.
Yeah, it's like a sling bag. A Dendrite is the ones I use. They're smaller.
Yeah, those are messenger.
I don't know why they don't.
Oh yeah.
VanQuest doesn't embrace the term fanny pack. They call it sling bags, but
yeah, these are also way less expensive.
It's still pretty expensive, but it's a
well, I mean, yes, but compared to 100 and whatever.
Yeah, I have both of these ones, and I like both of them. That's about the size. That's the probably max size for me on that. That other one, I don't know about that.
Okay, yeah, I got one of these. I don't remember if it was the small or the large. It's somewhere. But yeah, I also like that. I like that the straps are a little bit more centered, so it just kind of looks
better.
It looks more kind of on style. So if you are trying to be more of a Gray Man sort of a thing, or Gray Man sort of a look, I think this is going to blend in more than kind of the camo big bag with the Velcro on the front of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go with the camo version of it, but
I do have the camo version of it.
Well,
that's the one I brought to Vegas with me. The
just to let everyone know, I may be on vacation, but also I'm a prepper.
Yeah.
I think
no one notices because it fits under the shirt, and so I don't think people even knew that I had a fanny pack. But
yeah, hook and loop insert, sticky panel. So I think this is VanQuest's. Oh, this is the holster. That's what that is.
Yeah, I'm thinking for this
Oh wait,
tool bag
it
fanny
didn't
pack,
share because it was.
it should probably just be a dedicated, like a cheap, inexpensive fanny.
Hmm.
Like I don't think needs to be one of that. That should be more for EDC purposes. I think where you're going to use it a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I continue to try. I have a couple of like sling bags that I am trying to use, partly because like when we go out, um, oftentimes my wife will carry a purse,
Mhm.
and depending on where we're going, it's easier for me to carry something than for her to. And so it's like, okay, we'll put everything, but then I run out of room in my pockets. So I was
Yep.
like, okay, well, I'm gonna get a bag so that I can, carry everything. So I don't know if we'll call it a merce or something. I don't know, but
Eight.
it's yeah, I've got a couple of uh kind of nicer looking bags for going out like in the evening and that sort of stuff. And then a couple that are
Is there like
more
evening wear
casual.
fanny packs like where it's
Yeah,
uh,
well, yeah,
leather or something, black
exactly.
leather?
Yeah, the one that I have for like if we're like going out is nicer. It's leather, and then
Yeah.
I have one that's more of like a canvasy one for like if we were just kind of going out and doing.
ATF. Just glad I tuned in for a conversation about nerd purses.
Yeah.
That's touche, ATF, touche.
Hmm. Yep.
That's pretty good. Nerd
Welcome
purses.
to the channel. I think that's pretty much
That
what we
that's what Vanquish should really instead of calling it a sling bag, call it a nerd purse.
nerd alert.
Actually, we should get that domain name before someone else.
What nerd purses?
Nerd purse.
I feel like that probably exists.
I gotta look it up.
Um, yeah, brand bucket nerd purse.
Looks like it's available, but I see nerd purse is available for $2,800.
Oh yeah, so somebody bought it and they're trying to sell it to somebody else who would want
Yeah.
it. I am working on the Are You a Prepper quiz, by the way, for
Oh, for with the
areyouaprepper.com.
QR code.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So um I was trying to figure out how to do it, and my friend ChatGPT gave me some really good ideas of like actually how to program it and stuff. So
Oh,
so that's one of my summer projects is to put that together for everybody. Um
hi. I came across an off-grid internet called Grid-Based Pocket. Can you give me your feedback? I came across.
I mean,
Uh,
if we knew what it was, then
I don't know what
I would
grid-based.
say 100% we would give our feedback, but I
Yes.
have not I have never heard of that. Grid base pocket. Is this kind of like um I don't know. It looks relatively new.
Hmm.
Um
Introducing Pocket, a must for anyone who wants to own their information security small on the go.
Streamable database. Pocket is incredibly user friendly.
What's this
No subscription because it doesn't
4 hour
use,
battery life? What's this?
12 hour standby. Doesn't use satellites or cell towers. Pocket is easy and extremely interoperable. It can be deployed anywhere.
What's it for?
You know what? I feel like this probably is. I feel like this is like the Raspberry Pi
Yeah.
Wi-Fi in a box thing.
Okay. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Pre-order status will
rapidly
be delivered
rechargeable.
in.
If you could charge it with like your is it a Wi-Fi type thing?
Yeah, grid base, constantly syncing to demystify off-grid technologies. Custom built CyberDecks, cutting edge computer for your unique needs. Yeah, so this looks a lot like a company that's kind of building those like
Yeah, I've seen that.
internet in a box,
Yeah.
Wi-Fi in a box sort of thing, which is super cool. Like I love the idea.
If you could charge
Super
it with
cool.
solar, if you could have like where it just always it's because that 4 hour battery life seems kind of
Yeah,
low for if
I feel like
with
this
an
is
I
the
am
sort of
legend, you're
thing.
gonna want more than that, right?
Yeah, like I would love
Someone's
to.
asking, is it a mesh network? Yeah, I don't know.
I would love to try it if, like, if we could get one. But
Yeah, ET design. Yes, send one over.
yeah, but yeah, I've never used it before, and it looks like it's in pre-order. But It has, yeah. So it's got a website for the internet, like Wikipedia. Yeah. So this is like there's a project called Internet in a Box, I think is what it's called, and it was designed and developed for third world countries, and it's basically you can put it on a Raspberry Pi with a Wi-Fi adapter router, and it has like Wikipedia and it has a bunch of resources in it, and then the people that live in that town can basically use it as an isolated internet
Mm-hmm.
and get research and do all those sorts. It's not fully connected to the actual internet. It's just creating like an access point with a lot of different
Yeah, I mean, I
items
have
in it.
my off grid Wikipedia and some of those other things. Someone's asking about Meshtastic. I've also seen this one too. I don't have it personally.
Yeah. Um, yeah. And I saw there's one group that's actually making one and integrating it with an AI project as well. And so it actually has like its own like ChatGPT on it.
Oh, sweet. That's pretty awesome. Like if you could
And
have a mesh chat GPT type thing.
yeah, so
I
I
think
actually
with the
was
mesh network is like that's like prepper ideally like prepper forward. Like it'd be nice if the whole neighborhood just was your mesh network and
yeah. So I was talking to my friend who's a developer, and we were going back and forth on it. And there is, I guess, a version of Llama, which is Meta's large language model, that you can get and install on a certain version of a Raspberry Pi, and then you could basically have Llama on a Raspberry Pi, and then you would just need like a little screen interface and some of that sort of stuff. So we were kind of like kicking around the idea of how to build that sort of a thing, but there are people who are like building fully constructed versions as well.
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, good find on.
Yep. Yeah. Daniel wants a new EDC bag. Chuck is talking about some of his ham friends are into it, but he hasn't had used Meshtastic. Is Meshtastic like a ham radio internet like crossover thing?
An open source off grid decentralized mesh network built to run on affordable low power devices. Learn more. I mean, suppression enables you to use. All of these things are kind of like the Gotenna meshes to me too. So.
Yeah, they're all very. I think it also depends a little bit on your technical know-how on some of these. Like there are some that I mean, kind of like the difference between, and look, computer people don't hate me on this one, but this is the only thing I can kind of think of. Like PCs versus Macs. Like a Mac, like all of the Apple things work together. There's like you can adjust the settings, but for the most part, like everything is designed to work seamlessly together. You may not have every option you ever wanted, but like it's designed to work then together. Whereas like with a PC, you can super customize it and change everything out, and you can make it do all kinds of crazy things. But also, if you don't know what you're doing, you can like break the whole thing because you have the wrong type of memory and the wrong type of motherboard, or whatever the technical thing is. I feel like with some of these, there are going to be kits that are kind of put together where you can use it. Like Gotenna is going to be out of the box work and all of that. And then there's going to be others where, oh, well, it might be able to do really cool things, but you have to know how to actually set up all of the hardware and the software and the frequencies and all of that sort of thing.
There needs to be a good, easy to use solution that my mom could easily onboard.
Yeah,
I think that's the goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
all right. Well, I'm looking at the clock.
Yeah, I'm looking at the chats. Anything else?
I'm looking at you're looking at the chat again. It's we and then you want to hang out with you're the man of the people is what you want.
Well, it's a lot of good comments.
Yeah, we had a good.
Jonathan probably had the comment of the day for the project of the day.
Yep.
I think ET Design had the thing that we didn't know about and that we're looking into. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. We actually did a screen share. That was kind of cool. We don't usually do that.
We're getting fancier and fancier.
We are. We're getting fancier and fancier.
Yeah.
There's like we're up leveling as we go. All right, everybody. Well, we're gonna call it for tonight. We're gonna let Tup go home because he had early meetings and he needs his beauty sleep. And I think next week is 4th of July weekend.
Yeah, that one's gonna be a rough one for me.
3rd.
Yeah, well, I'll have my people contact your people.
Okay. Maybe we might even do it earlier maybe we'll do like a Tuesday or something.
Yeah, Tuesday would probably be a little better, but
all right, we could do Tuesday. I can make Tuesday work.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, so we'll figure that out. Thanks everybody for joining us. If you are new here or whatever, like, subscribe, share, all the things. Yeah, and we'll see you next week at some point. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.